Talk with Mariam. In this segment, I've told you guys to ask me questions and I'm going to answer them here. Before we start, if you're new, hello, I'm Mariam. And make sure you watch, make sure you like and comment, guys, because you guys have supported me for a long time. Continue supporting me and I appreciate your love and support. So let's go to the first question that you guys asked me. What inspired you to start this show? Actually, what inspired me to start this show is that I am one kind of person who loves listening to people's stories, who love asking people how they started being who they are. So there's a lot of challenges that people go through in life, you know. So I decided to shoot this show to cover the thing that people go through, to cover the story that can impact you guys, can motivate you and keep pushing you guys. So that is the main reason I started this show. The second question is, how do you motivate yourself to continue pushing after many challenges and obstacles? You know, guys, in this life, there's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of obstacles. Whatever you do, irrespective of how big is it, how small it is, you'll face that challenges. So you don't need to feel bad. You don't need to put yourself down. You need to wake up, work harder than the way you usually work, because whatever you do and you face challenges, the good things are coming. So continue pushing, make those challenges and obstacles as your motivator, and continue pushing, guys. That is what I can tell you. Third question is, who did you look up to growing up? Growing up, I looked up to both my parents, but specifically my mother, because my mom was so hardworking. As a young age, I used to see her working hard, doing different work in terms of being a business lady. She used to make sure that we live a comfortable life. She was not literate, but the way she was working, she used to be so hardworking, and she taught me at a young age to be responsible, to take care of people around me, to take care of people that I love. Even if you didn't go to school, it doesn't stop you from achieving your goals. It doesn't stop you from doing what you do. So my always role model is my mom. The fourth question is, what is your biggest regret and fear? You know, let's go with regret first. I'm one kind of person who always believe that things are meant to happen. You know, we all make mistakes. I've made mistakes in my entire life, but I don't hurt myself or put myself down because of my mistakes. I usually wake up, ask my God if it's wrong. I ask my God for forgiveness and move on. I don't regret in life. I usually believe that things are meant to happen and we are meant to learn from our mistakes. And for the fear, actually I'm one kind of person. Before actually, nilikuwa napatianga people a lot of like expectation. I used to give people expectation, but nowadays I've changed. I don't expect things from people. So my fear before was losing people that I love, losing belief and trust from those kind of people, or being perfect in the eyes of people. But what I came to learn is we are all working for ourselves, because at the end of the day, if we are happy and we make ourselves happy, then those people that we want to impress, they have to be happy because we're happy. But you don't need to impress people. You don't need to put yourself before people. Put yourself first and believe that you are more important than other people. That's why nowadays I don't have regret, fear. I just want to continue being me, work hard, and that's it. The fifth question is, what have you done in your life that require the most of your courage? Actually, naturally, I'm one kind of person who is so shy. I didn't used to like to approach people or talk to people. Even if someone come to fight with me, I just run away. I don't like toxic environment. But this incident, this story, when I was in class 6, I remember, nilikuwa Kericho. I was in a school in Kericho. And that school, they used to bully us Muslim. They didn't want us to cover our head. Were not allowed to cover our head. So what I used to do is I used to feel bad because I'm a Muslim and I'm supposed to cover my head. But the environment that I'm in, they didn't allow us to do that. Hawakuwa wanatukubalia at all. Wanatuambia we don't need to cover our head. So one day I was a prefect, class prefect. So one day it was my duty, every Friday kila shule inakuanga na prefects, they have to speak before the teachers. So what I did that Friday, I took my black scarf, I covered my head. So one of the teachers who was on duty, I remember her scolding me, who is this person changing our uniform? But I never mind. By the way, Aline insult in front of the rest of the students. I cried. And then when we went back to our class, the owner of the school, she was teaching us English. Akakuja class akatuona, we are not, I'm crying. She asked me what's the problem. I didn't tell her. So she told me to go to her office. When we tulienda wote kwa ofisi yake, she asked me and I told her, I'm a Muslim. I'm supposed to cover my head. We are being forced to not cover our head. We are being forced to go to church, and that is against our religion. And she called the head teacher of that school. She told her that from today they will have to allow all Muslims to cover their head. They will allow Muslims on Sundays not to go to church but stay in their dorms, do their things. So that is one of the achievements that I've made in my life, and it's required my courage. So that's why I'm proud of myself, and I'm telling you guys, if you're being told to do things that you're not happy about, or you're things that you don't want to do, don't accept, because at the end of the day, you are going against you. So if it's right and you feel like you need to speak up, speak up. No one is stopping you, because at the end of the day, you're standing for yourself and the rest of the people. From that day, the rest of the Muslim students in my school, they were allowed to cover their head. So I'm proud of myself for that. The seventh question is, what is your say on marriage? Okay, I'm not expert. I've never been married, but people come to my DM, people come to my message and ask me on this topic. So what I've observed, because I'm kind of person who is laid back, I like watching things and I like listening to people's stories. Those people who came to me and asked me for certain advice, what I tell people is, marriage required responsibility. Marriage required patience, because nowadays what I've come to know is people what wanna take marriage as a joke. There's someone came to me and asked me, Marian, I need to marry you because my friends are getting married. First of all, that person doesn't know me. He doesn't know my character. He just saw me and decided that. So what we need to do is, don't marry because of other people are married. And secondly, if you are getting married, know you are getting married and you need to take responsible of the other person. Secondly, people rush to marriage and yet they're not happy. If you are, for example, what I always tell people, if you are in the right sense of mind, if you know you're happy, then you can make the other spouse happy. But people rush and don't understand that this thing required, you're bringing another person into your life. And also, yeah, if you are a man, you need to be responsible, take care of your woman. And thirdly, invest in your woman. Like, I've seen a lot of scenarios where women are being told to stay at home, they don't need to work. And at the end of the day, if you're married to a woman who likes working hard, open for her business. At the end of the day, if you invest in your wife, she will tomorrow help you. Because at the end of the day, we are not like in our financial state at kwangi permanent. Things happen. Sometimes tunakwanga broke. Sometimes business yetu or people who are being employed wanafutwa kazi. But if you invested in your wife, she'll be the one who stand firm and take care of that family. But people think that women are just meant to stay at home. No, invest in your wife. open for her business if you don't want her to work in the office, and encourage them. Let them have the passion and work hard for that, because at the end of the day, mothers, for me, for example, when I was a kid, the only person when I needed girls thing like sanitary pads or a lot of things that we need as women, I used to rush to my mother because I knew she was working, she was a business lady. I can't go to my dad and ask that. So that is something men need to understand. Let women work, open for them. If you invest in a woman, she will be a savior tomorrow. And then what women work, like women, come, if your husband invests in you and you start making money, usimwonyeshe madharau. Don't show them that you're the boss. No, continue being you. At the end of the day, you guys are supposed to create an empire together. So that is what I can say on marriage. And let's take responsibility and make our spouses happy. The last question is, what advice would you give your young self? Okay, I have a lot of advices that I can give my young self, because now I know I'm more mature than I used to be. The first thing is, don't expect too much from people, because people always let you down. Just do your thing, don't expect much. Help people, respective. For example, I used to help you to expect you to help me back, but no, things doesn't work like that, you know. For example, if I help you now, I'm sure God will give another person to come and help me. So we don't need to help other people to expect them to help us. The third thing is, don't react to things oftenly. By the way, I used to react a lot, but nowadays I just let things go, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't impact me, if it doesn't add value in my life, why do I have to react? Why do I have to affect myself? So thirdly, I've become more cautious of me. I've started learning to take care of myself more, and investing in myself, because what is the need of us working hard if you're not investing in you? So invest in yourself. Another thing that I can advise my young self is, always put yourself first. At the end of the day, if you put yourself first, the rest of the people around you will be happy. That's why I don't let negative people around me. I usually run away from those kind of people, because at the end of the day, they're the people who bring you down. Look for people when you want to bring up, and you bring each other up. That's why I usually like being in an environment that I'm always happy. And another thing that I can advise my young self is, always follow your passion, always follow your dreams, because naturally there's another time when I used to let people's opinion affect me. For example, when I started a vlog, people used to taunt me. You see mean comments, you see people throwing shade on your inbox, but I came to realize that those people are just laptop behind the scene bullies. They don't know you, they don't know your character, so you don't need to concentrate on them. Just focus on you. And another thing is, don't let negativity affect yourself. Don't let social media destroy you. Don't let people who are always take over you, because at the end of the day, in life, whatever you do, what I came to realize is, whatever you do in life and you find out that you're being criticized, you're being insulted, then you're in the right track. But if you are doing something and everyone are praising you, everyone are telling you wow wow wow, then look, go and watch that thing the second time, the third time, because at the end of the day, you'll not find everyone are happy with what you're doing. People who are happy, and you find a lot of people happy around you, you're sure like they want you to fail, because a lot of criticism is, they come because people see they see you achieving a lot of things. And thirdly, I want to tell you guys that what I was told once with a wise person, that, you know, mango tree, we don't throw stones to that mango if there is no fruits. But if there is fruit in that mango, we usually throw them so that it can fall down and we take it. But that is how life is. If you're being criticized, then you're doing the right thing, because people always throw shade to people who do the right thing. We have come to the end of me answering your question. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope one or two things have impact you. So thank you guys for your love. Thank you for your support, because you guys have showed me nothing but love, nothing but support. And the reason why I'm doing this is for you all. I want to motivate you. I want to inspire you and to tell you guys that whoever is going through challenges in their life, they are not alone. People are going through the same challenges, and also things are meant to happen. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, comment, and share your opinion, guys. If you want me to record another video on another topic, you can share on the comment section. And always spread love, spread peace, spread positivity, and stay positive, fam. Thank you very much. Bye.